So game 2 between these two, OrangePest and LegioxRoma. Legio taking game 1 off stream while we were watching on versus J. OrangePest has US forces. He's going for mechanized here, deviating from his armor company that we saw from him earlier. Maybe he doesn't think it's as strong as Osseer, I'm not sure, because LegioxRoma is using Osseer. I know a lot of people are like, oh, when's Osseer going to be used this tournament? Well, here it is for your viewing enjoyment. So Legio, more commonly known as a 2v2 player, been in a lot of high level 2v2 teams. So we have to see how he gets on in the 1v1s here. OrangePest jumping in the WC51, he is going to go for it. G42 gets a nice burst on it as it charges through the arc, but now it's doing some huge damage. Jumps out with the vehicle crew as well to try and maximize the chances of the wipe. Legio on top of the retreat there and now forcing away his units in turn. So a hectic first engagement there.
Ready for action. Listen up, fellas.
The echelon down here in the south, doing some capping away from the action. WC back up to full. Rifles not back up to full though, maybe he's forgot to reinforce that last model. Maybe he just doesn't want reinforced, trying to get his lieutenant out as quickly as possible. You know, it's not like WC has enough slots for all 5 men to fire anyway. Now flanking around behind the machine gun, but Faust does connect with the WC here. Doesn't have enough munitions for a second Faust. Machine gun sets up. WC-51 trying to escape. Rifleman also trying to get out of the arc of machine gun, but wasn't going to happen there. Now Legio chasing him down, but you can see his munitions income still like over 30 seconds away from a Faust who's just trying to get those rear armor hits in here. OrangePest going to corner himself a little bit here, try to get some repairs in perhaps. More squads moving into the retreat path of the WC-51 here. Meanwhile, both these rifles back at base, unable to support. Oh, he's dropping models. He has to get back in. Volley fire active on the re-echelon. No, that's a bad idea. So if you guys are unaware of how volley fire works, basically re-echelon, they do, I believe, have a slightly higher rate of fire whilst it's active, but they also have much higher received accuracy, and in return, after a while, they will eventually suppress squads. So unless you can suppress a squad, I generally wouldn't recommend activating volley fire, and obviously when shooting a squad in a building, it's impossible to suppress, so bit of a wasted activation there. Second machine gun here from Legio. And that's interesting. I wonder if we'll see a mortar team from OrangePest to deal with the double MGs, which can be a real headache on this map. You can lock down half the map very easily with 2 machine guns. And he has gone for lieutenant, so no pack outs are available. Well, immediately, I suppose he could side tech and get it. Nice active machine gun play here from Legio, moving this bad boy around, keeping it in the good positions. But this one manages to get flanked by OrangePest. Very close to getting wiped too. Lucky escape. And OrangePest has got on to this cutoff. Not that it's cutting off too much of importance right now. This one is connected currently for Legio, so both players getting some decent fuel income. That also that push runs out of steam there from the cavalry rifleman. And look at this, super aggressive with the machine gun, so far forward set up over here. Might be about to get flanked though. And yeah, has to retreat because of it. and actually retreats here, manages to hold the line. Even getting suppressed for that long flamethrower, only just popped right as the squad was retreating. So despite... Oh my god, did he just rebuild the WC? I had to double check that. Looking for a fast wipe here. Jumps out with the cavalry rifleman. And they're going to work on the grenadiers. Close range, getting a retreat there. Machine gun forces a retreat from the fuel point though. Riflemen used the period where they were facing the other way, trying to shoot the rear echelon to try close the distance. And still at 5 models, even though they're super low on health, doing great DPS there. Riflemen should win that engagement quite handily. So those model drops. Oh, and the lieutenant manages to squeeze around the side of the machine gun. Oh, he lost the grenadier. Oh no, that's bad news for Legio. So WC-51's repaired up. In the same breath, he captured the fuel point as well. Still no machine gun upgrade for this WC-51. Looks like he's going to try harass this machine gun in the building. The mobile WC-51 try and outmaneuver its arc. Legio tries to switch completely around the other side. Jumps out the other side of the building. And he does have his final... Oh, he jumps back in the building. Perhaps he thought it was a guaranteed chance of wipe. And did want to overturn the machine gun to OrangePest, so jumps back in the building, denying the weapon steal to OrangePest. Either way, losing 2 squads in quick succession there. Legio in a little bit of trouble now, after a pretty strong start.
We're losing a capture point.
Straight at their Grenadier squad, not popping the Faust. Very unusual. Could lose this on retreat now because of that. He's got the upgraded machine gun on the WC-51 this time as well. Chasing him all the way to base here. Here comes 222. Can he save the day? No. Squad goes down, jumps out, looking for the sticky satchel here, I imagine. Sticky satchel is coming in. WC-51 is going to get away though. Look at that, on a magic pixel of health. Incendiary ammo, but the Stuart, the most heavily armoured of all of these light vehicles. Not taking too much on its frontal armour from the incendiary rounds there. I think that was a marked target there as well from the WC-51, adding to the damage to the 222. But lucky escape there for OrangePest. Maybe Legio need to just stay in there for a split second longer. Just one more burst. And the 222 would have secured the kill. Now he's fighting uphill battle. This is not something you want to be fighting. 222 versus Stuart, very hard to win. Looks like he's going to go for a triple 222 strategy here though. This is going to be an all-in shove by LegioxRoma. Let's see if he can overwhelm OrangePest. The element of surprise is key here. Needs to catch OrangePest off guard. So he's heading out this way first. Runs into the rear echelon, so now he's aware that there's at least 2 222s, but the third one is still unknown. Squad coming forward for a potential Faust. And looks like it is going to connect. 222's going in here, but they're not too strong against the front armor, and it looks like the Faust didn't connect somehow. Looks like the Faust bugged out. 222 going back in, another one coming down the road, trying to get onto the rear armor. Looks like he's going to knock out the WC-51, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the Stuart here. Just too much focus fire. And that's it. All the 222's dead. That has sunk Legio's hopes, and he throws in the towel. Yeah, Faust hit the wall or something. I don't know what happened there. So that means the series is 1-1. Alright, the deciding match for the semi-finals. OrangePest going as US forces. I'm not sure who had faction selection. I don't know what the scores were like. But I imagine OrangePest would have had faction selection because of how fast that last match was we saw. So, he's gone US forces and straight away locked in Armor Company, going for some assault engineers. Meanwhile, Legio has gone for Spec Ops, his OKW now instead of Austria. So switching up his strategy, maybe he feels more comfortable with OKW on this map. But yeah, no Jaeger likes this game either. Okay, assault engineers, slight repositioning there from Legio. Gonna cost him the engagement. This is a really close engagement in the early game. I think he really just needs to stand there and shoot at the squad as they approached. Repositioning behind cover there is not going to help him at all, because by the time you reposition, they're already point blank on you anyway, so the cover's never really going to matter in that engagement. So just tried to hold his ground and shoot at them as they approached. Might still have lost, but would have been the better way to handle it anyway. So 3 fault screen start here from Legios, 2 assault engineers start from OrangePest. Looks like he gets forced away as he goes for the fuel harass there, but he has got off to a really strong start. That's one thing about assault engineers, you know, you can call on that first squad straight away. It doesn't have a cooldown at the moment when it starts. So even though technically, like, you know, you've got the travel time because there's to run from off the map, still faster to field that first squad rather than, you know, like a bulk squad coming out of your base structure. So it can lead to some strong early map control.
We're all done over here. We're taking fire!
And he's used that well, converted into some strong fuel control into super fast officer tech. Finding some good angles for the assault engineers in the south, trying to hide behind these shot blockers to avoid taking damage on the way in. Controlling them well. Stern Pioneers, you know, they got to half health but never dropped any models. Kind of unfortunate really. I think he would have probably preferred to have dropped one model so they could have come back onto the battlefield strongly, but it's just how it is this match.
Back to full strength.
No, there's no ban on Jaeger lights this tournament.
Supply hubcatter is ready for orders.
Looks like OrangePest has gone for a rifle now after completing his officer tech, not going for a fast 50 cal. Pioneer's doing some really good damage. The assault engineer's taking a lot of damage on the road. Wants to maintain control of this building though. The squad of assault engineers racing for the door, but they don't get there and they don't have the flamethrower upgrade. Can he win this engagement though? Looks like he's going to get forced to out. No, he jumps out, jumps back in. This squad coming in on the flank and one more squad coming in now. Needs to focus fire the assault engineers though. They're the real damage dealers. Yeah, wants to make sure he gets to retreat on that squad first and then retreats himself. Looks like Legio trying to make a play for the cutoff. OrangePest also getting a squad super low, but not able to reinforce. Running 2 squads down onto the cutoff now. So Engineers charging. They're also on the road. They're taking some damage. Trying to close in. Flamethrower set up briefly, but didn't get a flame burst off. And he does get the neutralized. Doesn't secure the wipe on that lieutenant, which was super low, but here comes the M20 looking to mop up this squad. Legio does have his tick down already though, so has access to the Faust. It's going to slow down the M20's progress. So the M20 also hasn't taken his skirts yet. And he's going to take another Faust. Just like 1 or 2 more rifle shots and this is going to go down. And he drops the bazooka. Oh my god. The perils of not equipping the skirts. M20 goes down straight away. Now if you guys don't know, the skirts not only give it more armor but more health as well. So it goes from 240 health to 320 health, I think. So you know, if I had the skirts, 2 Fausts would have been just fine. You know, still would have plenty of health. But because he had no skirts, 2 Fausts is almost all of its HP. Oh man. So there we go. That was a bit of a throw there from OrangePest, honestly. But we'll see if he can come back from it. Legio now going for an MG34, which has slowed down his first light vehicle. Makes me think maybe he's not going to go for looks. Infiltration grenades over the hedge. Pretty well dodged. Flamer jumps back in the building now, but taking a lot of damage. It was so low in health. Drops 4 models. No ambulance back here yet for OrangePest. Now Legio making a charge onto the cutoff once again. Thing is though, you know, if OrangePest maintains control of this central point and caps this, he will be connected through that middle VP. So now Legio switching his focus fire onto that rear echelon, trying to remove it. Ooh, late retreat. I think he might have been focusing on the squad that was fighting the machine gun and he loses it.
We just lost a unit.
Losses are plenty here for OrangePest in the early game. Looks like this squad also got forced away in the north. I think he was trying to crawl for the building but didn't manage to get in there. And looks in production, about to hit the field for Legio. OrangePest though, actually very close to the Stuart. So he's going to have that in a nice timing to counter the looks. I have to think though, if Legio got the looks before the MG34, already would have been on the battlefield doing quite a lot of damage. 50 cal trying to hold the line here in the south and does so nicely. But I suppose he has suppressed and forced away a few squads with it, so it hasn't been that bad. He's very aggressive with his machine guns as well, I've noticed. Very mobile, putting him in kind of risky spots, but sometimes those risks pay off. And here comes the looks, going for the lieutenant. This is a treacherous retreat path across a lot of negative cover road, but it actually goes around to the north. Oh, and he just kills it before it rounds the corner. Heartbreaking for OrangePest. He's got almost nothing left now. 3 units down this early on. Looks like he was expecting the machine gun to be in the same spot. Tried to come around one of the flank here, but Legio had repositioned it. Really active with his machine guns. Nice to see. Cal setting up with the armor-piercing rounds. Looks like the first burst might have been to that unit in the building though. Now starting to do some damage to the looks. About half health. Stuart could come in to clean it up. But maybe not. Look at all these Fox communities nearby for the Faust. And slightly late retreat, but here comes a Stuart. Oh, 50 cal does go down. Oh, and he could just die to chain Fausts here. Has to back away, and that's going to be an overturned 50 cal now as well. Just everything going wrong for OrangePest. Trying to harass the machine gun, trying to push around through the north. Oh, he's doing a very risky Repair. Oh, he jumped out. Oh, he could lose this. Goal! Oh, well, that really wasn't OrangePest match, was it? Everything went wrong for him. And most of it self-inflicted, honestly. So, Legio will be advancing and playing Von Ivan in the final.